inconsistent. I mean, we can actually stop some people on defense. And we can actually move the ball on offense. I mean, I know we haven't moved the ball that much lately, but come on. Why are you even asking me this? I'm like, we're actually consistent enough. We actually have a ground game, and we actually have a decent passing game. And everyone wants to focus on like what we've done the last few weeks, and we haven't been able to produce as much offense as of late. But with Felix Jones now healthy, like now almost close to 100%, our offenses can now become more dynamic as it's been at the beginning of the season. But our defense may be a little bit for cause of concern, but we showed a little bit of heart in this last few weeks, so we should be fine. So my boys should win.
Chris.
Oh, you should have let him keep talking. He was killing his own team. You know what? We benched Jamarcus Russell. Now you see who we have started, and we're doing a great job at our offense. We can run the ball. We also have a three-headed monster at running that ball. Fargus, Bush, and McFadden. We ready. Defense, we stepping it up. Huff, Asamoah, we going at it. Roy Williams, we ain't even going to put Asamoah on Roy Williams. You know why? Because he can't do nothing. We're going to put him on Miles Austin. I give Miles Austin credit. Other than that, Tony Romo, we'll just let him sit in the pocket because he can't pass in the pocket. But if he scrambles, he will get hit. As far as these boys, we beat them in preseason. Last time we played, we beat them when they had a young man by the name of Quincy Carter. We will kill these boys. And you know what? They will be the turkey. We're going to beat these stuff after them.
Okay.
Yes, we are.
If you wanna,
nothing else needs to be said.
Yeah, if you wanna like quote who used to play for us and when we played it all the last time, actually we cut Quincy Carter that year, like before that season, and it was Vinny Testaverde. So you can scoop on that.
Vinny Testaverde, Quincy Carter, Brad Johnson. We don't care.
Okay.
We do not care.
Okay.
Roger Staubach.
I really hope you don't expect
Troy Aikman.
Louis Murphy.
Give it to him.
Hey, Louis Murphy.
Who caught the touchdown pass?
It's Louis Murphy.
It don't matter.
It was on Leon Hall.
You know what?
With the exception of
you
Charles
really got
Woodson.
Roy Williams. He looking just like Terrell Owens.
With the exception of Charles Woodson.
Everybody knew Darius Hay would be a bust.
And there is, with the exception,
Louis Murphy.
With the exception,
you knew that
you knew that.
I didn't want to hear his name.
Okay,
we got
so
Chad Shillings. We got Louis Murphy.
Who?
Florida Gator boy. Won him a national title.
Bush.
We bring it.
Okay. As far as your three-headed monster, okay. Michael Bush is not gonna do anything.
At least our three-headed monsters always get hurt every week. We're not always probable on the injury report, are we? No, we're not.
It's because you're getting. It's because you're averaging 2
yards
yards a carry.
Ed Water. We need to go talk to that young man. He might know more than we do.
You know what? It'd also be best. It'd also be best if your running backs didn't average 3 freaking yards a carry.
This is the same team that couldn't score but 14 points in 2 games, and they supposed to have a high prolific offense. You know what? Brownie points to Green Bay for letting these men score, because these men could not score in an NFL game. You know that? Brownie points. In Washington,
okay,
I was going for you, but you lost the game.
Yeah. Now, it took y'all.
It's okay.
How many games did it take y'all to realize that Jamarcus Russell is not the answer?
It's okay.
And you relying on Bruce Gradkowski, who the last time he went up against a Dallas defense on Thanksgiving, yeah, he was stuffed 38-10 as a member of the Tampa Bay Bucks.
They don't go right. We ready.
Okay. We will see.
Now.
We will see. We will see.
You.
Cleveland.
Coming for you.
Coming for you. Yes.
Cleveland. Who will you side with on this game?
To go ahead and become the voice of reason, which I don't do a lot often, because I'm usually the one in the conflict. I'll take on this new role to be the voice of reason. The Dallas Cowboys, great. They're a good team. I respect the Dallas Cowboys. Never hated them, but you know what? They're respectable. They do what they got to do every year to win games, and they do that. In the last game against the Redskins,
I consider that a
it kind of sucks that you only beat them by 1. Granted they are the best red zone defense in the league, but you could have scored more points. You don't even have to be in the red zone to score against these guys. Just ask the Detroit Lions. So to say that about y'all makes you terrible. coming off a win. I mean, they beat, the Oakland Raiders have beat two great teams, and their 2 wins this year. Sorry to mention that.
I mean, it's 2 wins, but we'll take it.
Sorry to put that all out there for you, but their 2 wins. Their 2 wins. I mean, they beat the Eagles 13-9, which was a great game, and then they beat Cincinnati, who was arguably going to that game the hottest team in the league. So to beat them, and of course, I say a lot of people say Cincinnati beat themselves. I don't believe that. I believe Oakland did their thing. They finally benched Jamarcus Russell, which is the best thing that's happened to that team, and since
drafting him
since 2002.
Where did he come from?
So
LSU.
I just believe and this game being on Thanksgiving, it being at the at Dallas, at Cowboy Stadium, it sucks because I want to side with the Raiders, I want to side with the Cowboys, but both of these. If it was possible, both of these teams can lose. If it was possible. I mean, y'all would score 7 points again.
In their own stadium.
In their own stadium.
True. A new stadium.
And then,
Jerry Jones been.
y'all would get a safety,
He had a black hole.
because, it's just, it's going to be a fun game because I love games on Thanksgiving.
You won't, you can't depend on Pittance to cover your kickoff this time, dog.
There you go.
Do I get to talk now? Before I rudely interrupted, let me tell my mama.
I love you, man.
It's tough to pick because I love Thanksgiving Day games. I love to see the the Lions play whoever they're gonna get beat by this week. I love seeing the Cowboys play. I love seeing the Cowboys play on Thanksgiving. But at the same time, a matchup like this, where you barely beating a bad team, and you do defeat the hottest team in the league, it's tough to side with either way, because although on this one I'm gonna have to side with the Cowboys, but for one reason. After the Raiders had beat the Eagles, what did they do the next week? They scored 3 points. 3 points. So the inconsistency that JB was talking about, I'm gonna have to rule with that and say that this week they're not gonna play as well this week. So I got to give this to the Cowboys.
All right. Now, let's just mention now that the Raiders have 3 victories. Now, in the eyes of the panel, more than likely, only 2 of those victories matter.
Exactly.
The other victory came against the Kansas City Chiefs.
That's a division win, so.
But, the Chiefs, validated themselves after beating Pittsburgh. The Cowboys had it rough, against the Packers, and honestly had it rough against the Redskins. So, let's see how this comes around. Thanksgiving Day, you have the Raiders and the Cowboys, and whoever wins, hey, 5 more points to you. So, after this break, we're going to talk about hip-hop, believe it or not. We're going to talk about hip-hop. We're going to talk about, what's going on in this direction for the future. So stay to the range. Stay tuned.